So I'm working the other day, and a visitor comes in to see a patient in the psychiatric ward of the hospital in which I'm employed. Now, this gentleman is pasty white as a motherfucker and has a bad goatee and a ponytail and looks like he's never worked out a day in his life. To say that it looks like somebody poured about 200 pounds of oatmeal into his clothes is an understatement. He seemed like a perfectly nice, nerdy gentleman. The day in question happened to be a day when the governor imposed a curfew in the county in which I'm employed, and then everybody had to get the visitors out early. So this fucking guy shows up, and he's with his wife, and she's fat as hell. Like, she looks fucking pregnant from the side, and she's not. I mean, this bitch looks like she ate a baby for dessert after downing 2 party subs. And when you go into the psych ward, you can't bring keys, phones, wallets, anything metal, communication devices, including smartwatches. This gentleman asked me, "Oh, could I keep my watch on? Because I'm worried about getting out of here on time for the curfew." I'm like, "Yeah, unless it's a smart watch." And I say it like that because I turn around and see that he's wearing one. He's like, "Oh, well, yeah, but there's no clock up there." I'm like, "The rule is the rule. So I'm going to need you to secure it in this here property locker, thanks." Again, he makes some limp-wristed, pussy-ass fucking protestation about not being able to tell the time. I told him, "There's a clock above the staff desk. Take a look at what time it is when you get in there. And the staff will probably be notifying people when it's getting close to the 7 p.m. curfew." This motherfucker, I swear to God, it's like he thought I was going to come running in with a billy club and go, "Oh, 7:02, bitch! Wham!" Not the case. So he begrudgingly put his smartwatch in the property lockup and then just starts walking with me, and I could tell he's pissed. Hey, I'm sorry that you feel like this is putting you in a bind, but your irrational fear doesn't somehow supersede the rules. It's like every other day, motherfucker. Settle down. Mr. "Well, I don't want to get pulled over." Well, you know what? You're coming from a hospital. You're not just tooling around town waving at folks with your arm out the window. This isn't like 1938 Germany, where they're stopping every car in person, asking them to provide their papers to prove they are who they say they are, or make sure they're not a Jew. So anyways, I'm walking across the campus with this motherfucker and his wife, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Woman, to the secure psychiatric area, because I'm security, and we stop you here and bring you there. And anyways, as we're walking, I notice she's like pulling at her hair. And I'm like, why is she pulling at hair at her mask? This woman had a fucking tuft of chin hair, and it was not short. It was kind of long. How long? Inches. I mean, it's bad enough she's already got a face like a fucking school bus crash, and she's round like a beach ball, but then she's got this shit going on. This is his wife, obviously. He loves her, I'm assuming, but judging by his physical characteristics, his options were more than likely quite limited. They say there's a lot of fish in the sea. Not for this motherfucker. You are dropping a line into a shallow pool, hoping to get 1 or 2 of whatever's left. And she is definitely uglier than a bowling shoe if it fucked a sheephead. So we're walking, and this beanbag-esque bully goat-looking bitch is just stroking her chin and stroking her chin. It's fucking creeping me out. I take them, I drop them off. They go visit the patient that they're there to see. And then a short time later, I get a call. "Oh, they're ready to leave." Okay, I come and get him, and we're walking out, and he's all nervous. He's talking about the fucking curfew. I said, "Sir, all you need to do is keep the sticker on from visiting. If you were in the odd event to get pulled over, you just tell them you were at the hospital visiting a family member who is in the psych ward right now after having some mental health issues." I highly doubt they're going to write you a fucking ticket. But this guy, Mr. fucking Nervous Nelly, it's like, bro, if you don't drive like an asshole, they're not going to care. They're not looking for pasty white nerds with ponytails who wear astronomy-themed t-shirts tucked into their khakis with leather-braided belts, walking with sea manatees that have become bipedal. But there he is, walking with the posture of a 6-foot-tall puckered butthole. Jesus Christ. Calm the fuck down, get in your car, drive home. This guy's so skittish that I think if somebody put a gun to his head and said, "I'm going to fuck your wife in the mouth," he'd be like, "Oh, here, let me help you undo your pants." He's that big of a pussy. That's the impression I got from him. I fucking hate people like that. Why don't you just take your prize-winning 4-H barn pig of a wife with you to move to a cabin in the fucking woods and never bother anybody again?